Hey, everybody, and welcome to Kame House Party for another week, the bestest and only improv, comedy, Dragon Ball, watch-along podcast in the known universe. And I am one of the hosts. My name is Vince.
And I am one of the other hosts. My name is Aaron.
And that's it. That's all you get for hosts. There's only two.
Don't let other people try and fool you.
Yeah. If one of those smartless guys tries to say that they're a host of this show, shut them down right now. Say, shoo, go record another one of your State Farm commercials. I didn't call for Bateman.
No one's calling for Bateman.
Real brief tangent on the fact that the state of the commercial industry is no new actors.
Correct.
No unknowns.
Correct.
80% SNL cast members.
It is ad guys have to have the easiest job right now. I'm like, what if a celebrity was in it?
Yeah, could you imagine? I got this Skittles spot that just won't go anywhere with the client. What if A.D. Bryant's in it?
Genius. Is she doing something crazy and comical like we do in our Old Skills commercials? No.
She's just there saying Skittles.
She says it in a funny way. It's 30 seconds of her on her phone recording her saying Skittles for 30 seconds.
God damn it, Aaron. That's a you know why that's good? You because you make it a 45-second spot that goes up on YouTube. And you can cut that down into how many 15s is that? Because then you cut those down for socials. Mm-hmm. It's already formatted for a YouTube short and a wide.
You remix it.
Oh my God, it's too easy. Too easy. Just like it's too easy to get sidetracked during this podcast. But that's why we have some structure. A little piece of Kame housekeeping that we have to do before we get into the episode proper. And that first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world famous, UN sanctioned, and Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup steam release sound.
Yes, my automaton, my Old West automaton. You've come back from your mission of destroying the railroad.
Howdy, partner.
Yes, you can put your 10-gallon hat away. We're indoors.
Yes, sir. I have decorum, and I have succeeded in my mission. Yeehaw.
Tell me, automaton, what... The people, do they have fear in their eyes when you set upon them?
People need reassurance. Sheriff, I have become. Yeehaw.
Sorry, your syntax was odd, but you've become the sheriff of the town instead? You're serving and protecting?
Yes, sir. Serve and protect.
Don't comically release steam from your butt.
Yeehaw.
Oh,
Yeehaw.
You're a robot of the people now. I trained you to destroy them. You've become one of them.
Mabel. Like.
Wait. The school marm?
Interior temperature rise.
Oh no, she's walking in with a picnic basket.
Hey boys, I was just looking to take the sheriff on a quick picnic to thank him for fixing the notch in the railroad.
No, you're supposed to destroy automaton. Come on. My mustache is so mad at you. It's drooping.
Ain't she sweet?
She is.
Whistle program.
Look, I am an Old West scientist, but I can't get in the way of love. That's not funny. That's genuine. Damn it.
We can laugh at the genuine. And So that is an improvised scene that we do at the top of every show to loosen and or tighten our robotic limbs and lug nuts for whatever this discussion of the week's episode of Dragon Ball Z may call on throughout the show. Because that is our will, and that is what we like to do. That then is followed by the 1 minute roundup proper. See, I got you. There's 2 roundups. What the heck is going on? A Western scene theme? What is this? This isn't a cowboy podcast. No, it's a Dragon Ball podcast. And that's where I get back to it, where Aaron has 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z up until this point. Aaron, we've crossed the threshold. You got 199 episodes of Dragon Ball Z and over 153 episodes of Dragon Ball to cover so that the listeners, they can just catch up right now, right here with this podcast. They don't got to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z or listen to every single episode of the podcast just to get caught up to where we are, though many of you do, and we thank you greatly for it. So, Aaron, now that I have all of that out of the way, I have one final thing to say, and that is a question. Are you ready to round up?
I am, despite our lack of Will Smith in that Wild Wild West scene. Here we go with, let me make sure I press the button for the timer. I'm going to explain things. Here we are now, because Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. If you collect them all, you get any wish you want. It starts Goku. He was a boy. Became a man. He had a tail. He did karate. He made friends through karate. He defeated enemies through karate. He got married through karate. He became a champion through karate. He had a kid through sexual karate. Brother came from space and is like, I'm from space and I'm killing you, and he died. And he went to the afterlife and beat the afterlife through karate, came back, beat up aliens with karate. And then he went into space to get more Dragon Balls to resurrect his friends. He beat the baddest dude in the universe, a dumb alien named Frieza, with karate, and becoming the legendary Super Saiyan. When he came back, and then, oh shit, there were time travelers, and there were androids, and there were bug androids. The bug android was the first of all. He had a tournament. Goku's like, I can't beat you with karate, but my son can beat you with karate. So Goku died doing what he loved, karate, and Gohan beat Cell. And then 7 years later, haha.
He did it! He did it!
Thank you.
Oh, God.
It has been done.
And before I put a button on this, if you think, or if you want to send in your own 1 minute roundup, you are welcome to do so. I think last week somebody submitted a 1 minute roundup and it made us tee hee hee and go ooh, 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 and ah, ah, ah. And you can send that in to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com in the form of an MP3 whenever you got the time, whenever you feel like it. We'll play it on air. Now that that's out of the way, you devious bastard. He had a child through sexual karate.
That's how that works, I think.
Look, in our personal life, we've been talking about Martin Lawrence a lot.
We have.
That seems like an improvised Martin line as his karate kung fu character. Hitting on Gina with those big fake teeth going, hi-ya! And you know what, Gina? I could give you some sexual karate. Hi-ya! But I might, you know
break the
what?
headboard instead of a regular board.
Enough said. Moving on to the second and final piece of Kame housekeeping, where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show. I watched the English dub version, the Funimation dub, while Aaron watches the original language Japanese subtitled version, because comparing and contrasting is fun. It's how we got started. It's how we're going to finish the entire thing. So you better get used to it. And that new different thing, it's usually the title. That's usually what's translated first. So here comes the English title for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Episode 200 of Dragon Ball Z. Gohan goes to high school.
There is high school in mine.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
see. There's not a goes. There's not a 2.
All right.
There's not even a Gohan. I know. Poor.
I'm gonna throw up.
Well, before you do, listen to my title for episode 200 of Dragon Ball Z from the original Japanese, roughly translated, which is 7 years since then. Starting today, I'm a high school student.
Ooh, first person Gohan. I like it. This is a super consequential episode because we are getting into the Buu saga. We're into the Gohan arc of Dragon Ball Z, and we can start that transition with the opening credits. Now, I will say, I'll get this out of the way first. I get the same shitty music.
No,
it is first thing in my notes. I don't get to enjoy any updated music thanks to Crunchyroll and Funimation's fucking licensing nightmare.
It doesn't. Just put it on.
Just put it on. Who's gonna sue you?
That's what it's like. They have both. It is insane that they can't just like, well, it's in English. They gotta have if there's one word in Japanese in this song, people are gonna flip shit.
They are going to tar and feather us.
It's gotta be just a guitar. Vince, you've heard "We Got to Power."
Yes, I have heard "We Got to Power."
It rules.
It is a good song.
It rules so hard. Also, looking at the lyrics as they came across the screen for me. No, there's literally a line about like, "Hey, now's my time to be the main character." I'm like,
I love it.
This is what it was supposed to be.
It's what it was supposed to be. Now, don't show them all your cards yet, Aaron. I need you to stifle that anger until the turn fully happens.
Gohan is the star right now, 100%.
100%. Gohan is the star, and we know that because the opening credits has Gohan, Goten, and Trunks riding Shenron through the clouds, crisscrossed by Vegeta and Piccolo. We get cuts of Gohan in his civilian clothes. Some what else do we get? We get like some of the eye catches that we see later in the episode are slotted in here to fill some, it looks like, gaps in animation to pad out this opening a little bit, which is absolutely fine. So we're getting our first visions of Videl and Gohan together, hanging out. Gohan going to school, riding bikes that are cool. They do a false, like, you know how everybody came together for the Dragon Ball Z title. Gohan or Goku would then go Super Saiyan, that kind of thing. They did a false one of those with the new Big Five. Gohan in the center with Vegeta, Piccolo, and Goten and Trunks flanking him. Only for Gohan to flex his power, blow that whole thing up. Meta cut to Hercule watching this and getting blasted in the face. Then we get like a little bit more set dressing of like Chi-Chi, Bulma, Goten, Gotenks. Like this is when they like to train. Their moms keep pulling them apart. A little bit of the dynamic there. We see Gohan in his training uniform. It's purple or dark blue and red instead of the traditional orange and blue. And lastly, I think we get a final group shot of everybody, and we see Krillin with hair, Baby Marin, 18, the whole Ox King, all the normies, Yamcha in a yellow suit, Steve Harvey style, and who else is there but good old ghostly Goku hugging his son. That's when we start the episode.
I don't know if I've officially talked about this story. You might have heard it around the block. But so I am so excited about these episodes because they are the first bootleg I've seen. My friend bought them at a convention. It's like, hey, here's Dragon Ball Z that has not been released in the States. I want to say it might have been when the Cell Saga was on TV. So I kind of knew that part, but it's like, one, new song. Holy shit. Two, Gohan's a teenager and he's going to school. This rule. was like, and the end song, of course. But like, so these episodes have a special place in my heart because it is the nostalgia of like finding something that was new and had some exclusivity to it. You could brag about it to other people as a kid, as a teen man. That like I saw my friend paid $20 for a VHS tape with 3 episodes on it.
That is really, really cool. I cannot I'm trying to think of my dumb self getting presented with that in the middle of the Cell like towards the end of the Cell saga.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had told me you had a VHS with what comes after that, I'd be like, no, that's impossible. You're not my father.
That is a thing. It's just like, hey, here's something from the future.
Yeah. And man, oh man. My only bootleg Dragon Ball story comes in the form of my older cousin. And this is like, I think I'm sophomore year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I'm starting to keep the anime on the down low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not so socially accepted at that point in my school for the cool kids or the jocks to be watching anime. Why aren't you watching the Eagles on the weekend or hey, you know what's really cool? That Man Show. You watching the Man Show? It's late night TV time. Are you a Conan guy or are you a Jon Stewart guy? Little did they know I was a Zatch Bell freak watching Toonami at 11:30. Me,
I love
Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho just hanging the fuck out while we waited for Dragon Ball to come back. But my cousin had GT on a burned CD.
VCDs, they calls them.
Yeah. And when he showed me that, I was like, this ain't real. I was like, Goku's small. This is fake. I literally was like, this, I don't believe what I'm seeing. This can't be true. Little did I know that it would go on to make me sick years later to know that he was right and he had it first.
I think a lot of people felt that about GT. This isn't real. Old Pilaf.
Yeah. Old Pilaf, get out of here.
Put it in the trash.
That wrinkly raisin.
But yeah, so saying all this to say, like, I have been chomping at the bit to get to this part. I'm ready to luxuriate in the tomfoolery that Gohan is going to get into. But too bad because it's a robbery. Stick him up.
Stick him up, Joyce.
Oh, do they give him nice New Yorker accent? Some Joyces?
I think one gets a New York accent. Another gets a German accent. Put the money in the bag. Like really thick German accent. So an international cast. This is Ocean's 10.
This is I think one out of pocket line to me from the robbers is one of them goes, all right, so after we spend all this money, we are coming back to rob you again. It's like, we are not financially responsible. This isn't like our last job at all. And we're gonna come to the same bank. It worked. Why wouldn't it a second time?
First time we killed your only security guard in minute 1.
Who's gonna stop
that's
us?
So good. Oh, that's good. Holy shit.
Imagine. It's like, do you want to pencil that in? We do it 6 months out, then it's style.
Yeah, can we schedule this? That's so funny because I don't get anything that funny. I guess if you want to laugh at something in mine, they kind of lead you to laugh at Gohan landing in Satan City, which is just funny to say.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Welcome to Satan City.
We only eat Red Hots, Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
No blue Takis here, brother.
Cool Ranch is dead ranch.
And it is funny. I think it's played for a laugh because it's a big picture of Mr. Satan on a big city billboard.
It is like, I'm sure this has happened in history. Cities have been renamed throughout history, but just loving a guy so much, I'm just like, it says it. There was a town in Ohio. I think it might have been the birthplace of one Guy Fieri that they wanted to rename Flavortown.
Why didn't they?
They're fucking cowards. You know the tourism boom of Flavortown?
Could you imagine how many great people are going to show up to Flavortown?
I would go. I was like, honey, we have to move to Flavortown.
We need a pilgrimage to Flavortown, which is like the absolute opposite of what happened here in New York, Aaron. New Yorkers went nuts over the Knicks and started naming city streets after their players. And then when they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, guess what got vandalized first?
Too soon on these renames.
Jalen Brunson Drive, more like Jalen Brunson Dive.
That's when,
these Mikhail bridges are closed.
When do they rename these streets? During the playoffs?
Know. I think it was during the playoffs.
That's
no.
That's
I know that ain't it, Chief.
Oh, they cursed them. That's a bit of a jinx for sure.
Mm-hmm. A huge jinx. But jinkies, because we get a late title card right after Gohan arrives.
Mm-hmm. And
then we cut back to the robbery. The goons are leaving in what I wrote is a big old Hot Wheels truck.
An El Camino-esque.
It's an El Camino, but with monster truck tires, but it's slammed to the ground. So you can't open the doors because there are tires in the way.
Maybe it's just my Southern upbringing because I'm just like, that makes sense. This is something I've 100% seen.
Not me. I haven't seen anything quite like that. It looked cool as hell. I was like, you guys have a cool car. Why do you need to rob banks?
Just go to car shows. Just lift the trunk, lift the hood up, block a street. Now I'm getting personal into my life. Block where I park one day out of the year.
Oh shit.
The thing I took away from this is like, ooh, we don't see a lot of gunplay in Dragon Ball or Gunpla. But really good muzzle flashes and like bullet hits. I'm like, oh, this is sick actually.
Yeah, let us be clear. Animation throughout this episode, sharp. To quote the Boondocks, ain't I clean though? It's clean. It's super clean. It's great. Even like what has typically, you see this in Dragon Ball all the time. Somebody running real fast because Gohan, I almost said Goku. Gohan lands in the city. Nobody's around. He realizes he's running late. So he's like, better turn on the jets, better do some super running. And then he does so. And it's great. It's a big wide shot. The camera like pans around him as he's running. I'm like, yeah, the tech is here. The tech is here now. This feels like what would have been like a cutting edge anime of the time. He encounters the robbery and is like, oh, these guys got to be stopped. But people see me. How? I know. And then he goes Super Saiyan. Which I said in my notes, that's overkill, Gohan. You literally can move faster than these people can see. You don't need to go Super Saiyan, the glowiest form you have.
I mean, it's a pretty obvious, or it's a pretty convenient disguise. True, he could go very fast, lift them all up, but He's just like, yeah, I'll be blonde. No one's gonna know.
Yep.
Of course, he easily beats up these robbers. The sickest thing in the world is Gohan getting shot out and then just plucking bullets out of the air.
Catching them all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bad bitch he is.
Then they try to make an escape in the Weird El Camino, and either through some horrible engineering on the car's part, but most likely Gohan just puts out his hand, gives a little flick of the wrist, and the car tumbles to a stop.
One of my favorite quotes after that is the two cops look at each other and they go, "Was that us?"
Let's take credit for it.
Yeah. I mean, if they follow Mr. Satan's footsteps, they're in Satan City. Everybody's just taking credit for shit they don't do.
Yeah. They got the wristbands. What would say WWSD?
And it's fraud. On the other side, it says fraud. Do fraud. Then Gohan obviously disappears, reappears on the edge of the crime scene where behind him is a girl with dark hair, big blue eyes, and pigtails, lamenting the fact that she didn't get there sooner and wondering who did this. Definitely not the cops. And it's like, "Hey, you, kid," talking to Gohan now.
Mm-hmm.
"Did you see what happens?" And Gohan plays dumb. "I didn't see anything." And then runs off to school. Then we learn that this is Videl, who's confronted by an old man who tells her what happened. You seem like you got something. What did this old man say in your version of the show?
First, no, I'm just like, what a neb shit. Also, shut up. Don't say shit. He spills so many beans in this. It's just like, "Oh, hey, Videl, yeah, some guy with blonde hair and a white shirt and a vest, and he think he went to his school because he has a little star badge like you. Mm-hmm. Any boots to lick? Yum, yum."
In mine, the old man says, "Oh, I thought he was with you, Fidel. He seems like one of your kind of guys."
Your boyfriend? Because I'm an old man, and that's the only thing I'm interested in asking young women.
I thought he was going to ask you to go steady, Fidel. I'm surprised he left.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Fidel. You can ask him to the Sadie Hawkins dance later.
Here's a tip from me to you. What I did, I put a note in my sweetheart's locker. It had a little checkbox that said, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" Guess what?
Hey, Fidel, you want to know the secret to a man's heart? Beating him at jacks.
Or marbles if you're too cool. If you're one of those hip kids.
Not tic-tac-toe. That's for sluts.
Yeah, never. A proper lady never draws X's or O's. Because those are kisses and hugs, which you reserve for marriage.
Yeah, Fidel, I better not see you picking any O's, showing these boys your O's, okay?
You haven't been in church in a while. What's going on?
Hey, Fidel, we haven't seen you and your father in church.
Choir misses you. It's not the same
we
without
could always use strong ushers like yourselves.
No one's shaking hands with the congregation and giving them a program.
Oh boy, Fidel, would it be nice for you to greet everyone who comes into church on Sunday?
I think it's a special sermon about chastity.
Fidel, it's the good stuff. We're in the Old Testament. Oh, I love a vengeful God.
Why'd God have to soften up? Like everyone, Patooey.
This man has so many opinions, and I love it.
What else? He's watching crime scenes happen. This fucker has a radio scanner, and he came out to see them. Doris, I'm going to see some bloodshed. Maybe, hope, crossing fingers.
Hey, Doris, I know we survived the apocalypse with that guy Cell. I can't get hard unless I'm ambulance chasing, so the scanner's going off, which means you better get ready.
Leave the Cialis out. Half now, half later.
All right, we got to see Alice. We have to move
We
on.
and see.
Ed Seed.
So, we're at Orange Ball High.
I think it's Orange Star.
Yes.
So we learn a lot in this classroom scene. There's something that comes after the commercial, so I'll save it. But
Okay.
yes, we are at Orange Star High. Videl is now in class, brow furrowed. Man, does that young lady know how to scowl? We're introduced to the first of her classmates, Sharpener, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, a pretty boy with a tech top.
A bitch.
Oh, is he bitch made? Of course.
I have a friend who I quote. She said, "Never trust." I was like, she's talking about One Piece characters she likes. I might have told this on the pod, but here we go again because it's worth repeating. I'm like, "Oh, you don't like Sanji?" She's like, "Never trust a blonde man." You know what? Kind of right.
General Blue, you can't trust him.
Sorry if you're a blonde man, but prove me wrong. Write in with your picture.
Yeah, right. Prove that you're a blonde man that is not evil.
And then write me a trustworthy essay. The task begins now.
Your task begins now. But Sharpener's response was like, ew, what? No, I don't have time to play superhero. I was working out before I got here.
So we do meet a blonde woman. We don't get her name just yet.
Not yet.
But she's like, "Oh, do you think that guy you were chasing, Videl, is he stronger than your dad?" Then some fucking dork.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
Chimes in.
The
Actually,
nerd.
there's her dad's Mr. Satan who saved the world, so there can't possibly be anyone stronger.
Wow. Okay.
That's my interpretation of the reading.
So here's the English version of this nerd.
Okay.
What a joke. We all know who the strongest is. That's Videl's dad. He could knock out that gold boy by flexing his biceps. He's strong. He does his own aside. And then when Gohan is introduced,
yes,
cracks wise about Gohan.
What does he say in yours?
Oh, I did not write it down. It just said he interrupts.
In mine, he's like, "Gohan, that's a strange name." Like, what are you? Look,
Your name, you're close to be called Urkel, nerd.
As someone who was bullied in school, this guy needs his books dumped.
Oh my God. That pocket protector better be on the ground by the next period. What else you got?
I just don't like this kid.
I know. Punch his glasses.
Gohan beat his ass.
Gohan, get his ass.
You know what, Goten?
Hey, Gohan, this guy said he's Cell.
Hey, Gohan, I heard this guy talking shit about Piccolo. Says his arms aren't even that stretchy.
I said I hate pickles.
No. You said you hate Piccolo.
I hate Piccolo.
You said you hate short guys that are bald with dots on their head.
It's a bad instrument. I hate monks who go back on their oath.
Desert Bandits, how do you feel?
Question: Has this has this desert bandit been killed once before?
I think twice, actually.
He's okay in my book.
What?
Follow-up question: Is he a baseball player?
He is. He's fine.
Then I hope he goes under Mr. Satan's wing. Am I becoming Darkwing Duck?
I don't know. Are you getting dangerous?
I have to save Duckburg.
Do you have a cool goth girlfriend?
You know I do.
Her name's like Pencil Case. I don't know.
Actually, her name is Beeper. We met on Reddit.
Come on, Compass. What? Why do they give us weapons as children? Just to draw circles?
I don't know. But I can tell you that they were used as weapons.
100%.
100%.
Here's
even in the tiny little Quaker school that I went to, where violence was tantamount to expulsion.
Mm-hmm.
So they're nonviolent people. Yeah, I got jabbed in the elbow with some fucking compasses. Somebody tried to fling it like an arrow at some point.
Why not a throwing star if throwing star shaped?
Mm-hmm. Or some of my classmates said, why not engineer a crossbow out of a simple Bic pen and rubber bands?
That's pretty good.
That shit hurt too.
There's I think one of the big bullying techniques was you take a simple ruler.
Yeah.
If they're wooden, they usually have a metal edge.
Ooh,
so what you do is you rub it very fast against, here, I'll put my hand up so it doesn't look like something else. You rub it very fast against the sole of your shoe, and that will heat up the metal. And then you just go, psst.
Whoa.
Like the Wu-Tang Clan.
That I did not know. Also, Summer Games Fest just happened, and Aaron, there's a Wu-Tang game.
Wu-Tang game again?
Wu-Tang. What is it called? It's got a great title. It's Wu-Kang. It's not Liu Kang. It's Wu-Tang: Rise of the Deceiver, and it's a third-person character action game where you're searching for the Wu-Tang Clan, and it's narrated by the RZA.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite.
We're playing this on stream. Is what's
day
happen.
one, baby. I'm gonna get early access.
And then, I mean, it seems like the teacher is trying to get Gohan's ass kicked because he does introduce Gohan as like, oh yeah, he got perfect scores on like all the entrance exams.
Yep. And he's got a line. They really lean in, I think, to the fact that this is a public school in mind.
Okay.
Like it said multiple times in this episode. And the teacher says, today we're being graced by a new class member that actually knows how to read.
Jesus.
That's your cue, boy. And that's he said.
Wow.
So that's how, like, could you imagine being in class and a teacher would be like, hey, there's somebody that's smart that goes here now, dummies. How would you not pick on that kid?
Yeah, that, well, they really did Americanize that teacher and his lack of anything.
Oh, yeah.
Decorum, enthusiasm.
He's so gray in terms of his personality. Then, of course, Vidal's blonde friend is like, yoo-hoo, new boy, sit over here with me. Because she also comments to Vidal that he's cute.
Mm-hmm.
But Vidal never blinks, just furrows her brow, staring at Gohan all the way until he sits down in their row. And then we get a cut to commercial.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jacqueline.
What do you think the most significant YA book series like the 2000s to the 2010s is?
Oh, definitely The Hunger Games.
No, I mean like
Twilight. That's the best
No,
one.
no. I'm talking about the Percy Jackson series by Riordan.
I've not heard of those. If I wanted to listen to a funny podcast about those, what would you suggest?
Well, I would recommend Unwise Girls, which you and I host. This is a podcast where we reread, analyze, and frequently joke about the books of the Rick Riordanverse. And we see why people call these the best young adult magical series of the 2000s.
And we always take time to declare which characters are canonically, factually not cishet, because Rick Riordan is not the boss of us.
Listen to Unwise Girls every Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by the Moonshot Network.
Ooh, we're back. And we got to talk about these new eye catches.
Ooh, they're so good. Similar
They're really
music.
good. Yep.
From the last ones. First one, Gohan and Videl driving in the Satanmobile. This has got 666 on the side. But
And
Gohan,
flames. Don't forget the flames.
yes, of course. Look, Hercule is the Guy Fieri of of this universe.
Welcome to Fighting Town.
Put some donkey sauce in that wound.
Is donkey sauce the funniest name for any sauce?
It's not like this is not appetizing. Word wise.
I don't want donkey sauce on my chicken sandwich.
It's too close to ass sauce.
It is. Is there a spicy donkey sauce?
I can't look. I don't know. I can't look.
Last
anything
question.
up.
Last question. We'll move on from Guy Fieri. Not for the last time in this episode,
Yeah.
but for
And-
now, because we got to get back to this eye catch. Has Guy Fieri done hot ones?
I want to say yes.
Did he bring on his own sauces?
This seems like something he should have done, right?
That's
This
what
should
I'm
have been
saying.
guest number one.
Guest number one with a bullet.
Yeah. That
They
Sean
need to
guy.
Yeah, this Sean. Look, hey, white America. I know you got plenty of Seans out there. Let's get a new one. Let's get a new one hosting hot ones.
We can rotate him out.
I think we can give this guy a break.
He has to be tired of eating hot things and making hot things.
Yeah, talking to hot people eating hot things.
He's like, you think after work, he's just like, here's your plain rice. He's like, thank you so much.
Goes to the fanciest restaurant in LA. I'd like the white rice.
And a cup of 2% milk. And for dessert, just one granular of sugar. What is this guy, an ant?
Sir, this is a Nobu. We have so much more.
Oh no, he's trapped in a circle of his own chemical trail.
Oh no, he's death spiraling around his table. Sir, this is a Nobu.
Give him to bomb. He's got to snap out of it.
And seed.
And scene. But yeah, Gohan lifts up the car. Very fun. Or Go 10 lifts up the car. In the first one. In the next one, King Kai got his ride back.
Oh yeah. But who gets in the way? A hapless Goku who lands only to total the Cadillac from 1953. Hilarity ensues. Everybody laughs. Gregory and Bubbles. And then we get back into the episode where next class is about to begin, but we get comic book panel intro for Gohan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I see you, Toriyama. And he's gonna see me even more clearly as we get into this little exchange. Because Videl's blonde friend, we learn her name is Aresa with an E.
Ooh, she says E.
Yeah.
Hers there's a Z.
Oh, like it's Reza, kind of that.
Eraza. Eraza.
So if you're paying attention, School friends have school supply names.
Mm-hmm. Like we all grew up with.
Yeah. We all had a stapler that we went to school with. Book, last name bag.
Look, 3-ring binder, piece of shit.
Oh. Hole punch, that's my man.
I miss Hole Punch so much. I hope he's okay.
You know who I think about a lot, Aaron? Folder. She dropped off the map after middle school.
She did. I mean, I think she might have moved away.
Okay.
With her brother Loose Leaf.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think they were military.
No. You know who did go military right after?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Instruments.
Yes.
Yeah. He said, "I'm going to be a Marine."
He just seemed very complex.
Yeah. He was a decent basketball player, but that's not where his heart was.
Mm-hmm. I think one time someone got him to run Dune. It just wasn't for him. He's like,
Yeah, it was a dare. He did it as a dare.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy about it. But you know who was happy about it? Rubber band ball. She loved picking on people.
She did just bouncing all over the place.
Oh yeah, that energy could not be contained. Mm-hmm. This was before they were like diagnosing ADHD, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, these are all real people.
These are all real people.
I don't know if we need to dox these real people.
Look, we haven't said anything that I think they wouldn't be okay with at this point.
Again, everyone had these
everybody had these names. Like Scissors, I guess you turned it around. Scissors was a pretty big bully.
Mm-hmm.
And now Scissors runs the alumni board. So like you got to interface with Scissors if you want to.
I'm surprised because they usually don't run with Scissors. Other candidates.
Exactly. It was really weird. Everybody felt weird that Scissors came back and was on a big run.
It was, there's a bit of danger there.
I hear Desk still works at the school. And end of scene.
Yeah. Erasa. She's like, hey, this whole scene. We're in an English class. It's a big info dump. Erasa right out of the gate is like, oh, hey, Videl is Mr. Satan's daughter.
Gohan. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it must be pretty cool being the daughter of a celebrity. That's his exact line in mind.
And she doesn't care. She's no selling this. Because something ain't right about this Gohan kid. And she's like, hey, did you know? She's like, oh, I finally figured it out. You're the guy I talked to this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They start talking about the Golden Warrior. And it takes Gohan a second to be like, oh, that's me.
It takes Gohan a second to realize it's him. And I think at a point, Videl, she's like, hey, Gohan, you're wearing a white shirt, a black vest, a high school badge, and red pants, just like the Gold Fighter. To which Sharpener replies, and I don't have the whole quote, but he's like, Videl, who in the world has ever heard of a little book nerd secretly being a superhero? The guy's got to be buff.
Gohan still has his pump cover on. That's why he's got those loose clothes.
Again, Aaron, this is before pump covers were a thing.
He invented. Look, you need folks that go to gym wear a white shirt and a vest.
Yeah. The original pump cover.
Mm-hmm. Look like a theater usher.
I think Videl has like a little internal monologue about like Gohan and the fighters in the Cell Games videos that she has watched.
Mm-hmm.
they were able to turn their hair gold. Maybe it's Gohan too, but my dad says it's a cheap trick.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't need nothing but a good time.
He has to have shown her that, like, so much.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Fidel, look, this is where your dad saved the world.
Dad, there's just a lot of edit marks, like little static pieces where where things were cut together.
Well, that wasn't my fault. We had a bad editor, that's why.
And some things you say don't match your lips. Like it was dubbed over.
Because I've mastered the art of double speak.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, I had to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch this.
Of course. Every day at 6 a.m. until you commit to memory the greatness that I bestowed upon the majesty of earth with my fighting prowess.
Who's that blonde kid? He's kind of cute.
Food delivery boy. Gave me a bento.
What was in the bento?
Barbecue eel.
Mm-hmm.
Onigiri with cat ears.
Cat ears?
Yeah, it was spicy tuna onigiri. Gotta put cat ear. Cats love that stuff.
Not a jelly donut.
Oh, and a jelly donut.
Okay.
Lastly, sashimi burger. Any other questions, Vidal? Or can I hit play on the next part of this Cell Games video?
I guess hit play.
Me, Jimmy Firecracker here, all to say that Mr. Satan has tum-tum troubles. All right, Fidel, time for school.
Wait, who's that woman? That doesn't look like Mom.
Oh, she doesn't, does she?
It's not quite. Look, it's not. Well, maybe later on we'll get some backstory on that.
And scene. God, I can't wait till where we unthaw this pizza bombshell of being Fidel's mom.
We're gonna put this in the oven for 17 to 19 minutes.
And we're definitely going to remember to take the plastic off.
Oh, no, the cardboard.
I did say we wouldn't forget about the
cardboard. So this is in English. So I don't know if they say this in yours. This is in an English class.
Right.
And while all this conversation is going on, the teacher is saying things in English as she reads the book. One of the lines in mine is, quote, "But I want to make her feel so good, nothing I can do to you," ellipsis.
What?
But I want to make her feel so good. Just out of the blue, no context.
Interesting.
Which becomes
they
more
really contextualize it for me. The teacher is talking about sentence structure and identifying sequence parts of the sentence.
Okay.
Like that is the lesson that they are doing. That Videl, Erasa, Sharpener, and Gohan's conversation keeps interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we actually get to schoolwork that has to happen, the cool kids kind of push Gohan to read the section, like read the paragraph that the teacher wants them to read. I think Sharpener is like, "Hey, this is perfect test scores, boy. He should be able to read it fine." And then Gohan has to read basically the lore of why Orange Star City became Satan City. And that's because Mr. Satan, after defeating Cell, settled here in Orange Star City to train and relax and raise a family. And because of his greatness, the city decided to name the town after him. And we get a cut because we get a sneeze cut.
We do get a sneeze cut. Before that sneeze cut, though, I think it's relevant of Gohan again. He's not socialized. He's been homeschooled.
Oh yeah.
His only social interactions are with Piccolo. Like,
yep. Piccolo and a big dragon named Icarus.
Because Erase is like, oh, hey, where do you live? Do you have it's like, oh, do you have a place in town? Wink, wink. And he's like, no, I commute from Eastern Zone 439. And she freaks out of like, that's a 5-hour plane.
Oh, they say plane ride in yours. In mine, they say drive. 5-hour drive versus 5-hour plane ride. That is a huge difference in time. Because a 5-hour car ride feels more realistic to me.
For sure.
That you could like, because I think Gohan's line is like, I'm just that dedicated to my education.
Yeah. She said, no, 5-hour jet.
So a jet? Jesus.
I know. I'm just like, oh, then like what?
Gohan lives in another country, essentially.
It's just like, I assume Erase is just like, he's hot. It's fine. I'm not going to look too deep into this.
1,000%. All Erasa can see is hot boy, hot new boy, hot new meat for me to try to seduce and get home at any point in time, anywhere. No shame.
She's really, yeah. Yes, we do get a sneeze.
Satan running a gym, telling them to work harder. That's it.
Yeah.
No pump covers in that gym. They're out
everyone
in the Satan dome.
No, we got to see those muscles activate.
Oh man, could you imagine grifting somebody for that long? Let alone the entire planet? Aaron silences.
Are you Look, do people have deep dark secrets that they don't reveal with anyone ever?
Yeah.
No one. I certainly don't. Never have, never will.
I tell my cats all my secrets.
Now, well, they're who are they going to say? To Bisbee?
They don't speak the same language. That's how we get around it.
Bisbee speaking French. Le bark.
Le wolf. Le girl.
We get Dragon Ball's favorite pastime, baseball, because we're in PE class. Freddie Mercury's the gym teacher.
Thank you. Tank top and everything. It is Freddie Mercury model to a T.
Yep.
Gohan gets teased a bit for being a big old book nerd. But do you even know what baseball is? And Gohan's like, I read about it in a book. And so he gets put on Vidal's team.
Oh, so he's never... Yeah, in mine, he's just like, I never played, but I know the rules. So that means he has never gone to a Yamcha game.
He's never gone to a Tigers game, no.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah, it's... Yamcha was like, hey, why don't you guys come out to the game? I'll get you free tickets. You can be right above the dugout.
Chi-Chi's just like, no. That barbaric sport where you use a bat?
Also, who is this?
Oh, that was just Vince doing a non-voiced Chi-Chi.
No, that's what she would say.
Oh,
on the phone. Who is this? We switched characters. I understand.
I didn't know we were debasing Yamcha so hard in an episode he doesn't feature.
Who? Bulma's gone once. Left halfway through. Roshi's gone because he thought there were cheerleaders in baseball.
Yep. Krillin also went because there were cheerleaders in baseball. Oolong, guess what? He went because he thought there were cheerleaders in baseball.
Well, Yamcha needs to stop selling. There's cheerleaders in baseball.
Yamcha mistakes thirsty hoes for cheerleaders.
They work here.
We do some work, honey.
Krillin, when it was still iffy with 18, Krillin definitely went.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stopped going because it cost money.
Oh, absolutely. What do you mean I can't just fly in?
A hot dog cost how much? Disgusting.
Wait, did you see? I know you don't follow baseball, but the LA Dodgers have a new menu item.
Okay, I thought you were talking about their cinematographer now.
What?
The Mets, I think.
Have a cinematographer?
New York. Okay. Wait. Mets, LA, Dodgers, New York.
Wrong.
No. Okay.
Well, you're only wrong because the Dodgers left New York in like the 60s or something like that.
Do your story, and then I'll do mine because
It's
they're both
just there's a gigantic jumbo Dodger dog that is like 3 hot dogs long, and it comes with a pound of fries. And it showed up on my feed today, somebody eating one of those. And I said to myself, that's disgusting. And then up on the screen, it said, and all of this for $40. And I said, get me there now.
Wow. That is, look, I love a stunt dog. That sounds like something Pittsburgh should have. Pittsburgh had the renegade dog, they calls it. And it was just like, what if there were onion? No, what if there was pulled pork and pierogies on this hot dog? Wouldn't that be wild? And it was.
Man.
On a foot long.
Pierogies?
Mm-hmm. Not good pierogies. Mrs. T's,
I was gonna say, I can't imagine the pierogies are of the quality where I'd be like, yeah, that's a nice buttery pierogi on some pulled pork and a hot dog. That works just fine. Nah.
It is okay. A little pulled pork, cold. It becomes a cold dog. Yeah, it does deserve the De Niro face.
Well, so you call that a hot dog?
A little mustard.
No Frenches.
There, yeah. Oh, so for either the Mets or the Dodgers, they got a new director of their TV broadcast, and he's just doing split field diopter shots. So it's showing pitcher and batter in the same frame, split down the middle. He's doing big cross dissolves. He's just like, I love movies, man. This is how I'm gonna shoot this baseball game.
Hey guys, what if baseball is movie? Somebody said, yeah, let's do it.
He's doing it. And what if baseball was a game that Gohan can play? I think it is, because we have Gohan on Vidal's team. Vidal, he's in the outfield. Vidal sends a killer pitch down the middle. Sharpner is able to hit it. He thinks he's getting a home run, but Gohan is able to catch it in midair because he's flying.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little weird, is that Gohan has jumped into the sky to catch the ball, shocking everyone. And throughout this sequence, Gohan is also having an interior monologue. He's like, oh, Mom told me not to show off all my powers. I don't like that this is how I have to fit in anyway. I'll just go nice and easy. And he's like, oh, the runner on third didn't tag the base, so I can get them out with a throw to third. And I said in my notes, good, Gohan, you know the rules.
Yeah.
And he makes the play. Gohan makes a sick double play.
Yep.
He lands, and then Freddie Mercury was like, "Hey, Gohan, that was pretty impressive. Great catch. Also, you jumped 25 feet." And Gohan is just like, beginner's luck. And then the Freddie Mercury in mine is like, I'm not too sure about that. Like, everybody gets like a little aside in the English high school version.
There are definitely whispers going on of like, because I think Gohan's just like, oh, that was just a fluke, and everyone's like, I don't think so. And like, I'm curious what he does, because now it's his turn to bat. Everyone's like curious what he's gonna do. Sharpner, a piece of shit, is like, let me scare this guy. I'll go for the bean, and he'll be forced to dodge out of the way. Because if he doesn't, he'll die. So, like, literally, there's like killer intent.
Yes. He's
Gohan,
trying to buzz the tower for all you Top Gun fans.
Or Top Gun Maverick fans.
Or Top Gun Maverick fans. We must defeat the enemy.
You know, the enemy. Not Russia. Gohan does not dodge, because obviously he senses zero danger from that ball. He gets hit in the head. Everyone's freaked out. But Gohan's, of course, is absolutely fine. He's like, oh, hey, that's I get to go to first, right? And Freddie Mercury's like, yeah, go for it. And Gohan is running and singing just a song. Gohan's very proud. He's like, oh, good. I don't even have to swing the bat, so no one's going to think I'm some kind of freak. And he sings a little song that he just repeats, I'm not drawing attention. I'm not drawing attention.
What? How do I not get this song? I just get his goofy run for seemingly no reason.
He doesn't say anything?
No.
What? There's two big lines. It's such a Gohan thing of like, again, being Goku. He's Gohan very smart, but all the Sun family head empty.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to non-fighting awareness.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, he is not socialized. You can't take that Gohan to a dog park and expect a good outcome.
He's not biting anyone, but
he's hiding under the bench. That's not fun.
Mm-hmm. He's jumping 8 meters in the air, catching balls.
Ooh, Bisbee, your training regimen starts now.
you gotta get Bisbee to utilize her ki.
That's right.
So Videl, of course, watching from the sidelines, becoming more and more suspicious of this new kid. I think the day is finally over. School is out. Sharpner approaches Gohan to sort of make amends. Now that he knows he's a strong dude, he's like, "Hey, you should join the boxing club."
Yep, maybe you'll be as strong as me someday.
And Eraser butts in. Is just like, what is Eraser's voice? Because I feel like it should be like a paunchy type.
Oh, you're right on. Okay. It's breathy. It's paunchy like.
Breathy?
I think she jumps in. She's like, sorry, Gohan can't make it. He's got like, I'm Valley Girling it up a little bit. I'm localizing it for myself, but it's very like, Gohan can't make it. He's got a long drive home. Something like that.
So Gohan, why don't you take me home just as far as you can, and then, come inside my home. And go. That last part I added, but she is just like, hey, give me a ride home. She's
insinuating at every turn that she wants Gohan to do stuff to her at home, his or hers.
Look, appreciate forwardness.
Hey, at least you know where you stand.
Mm-hmm. And Gohan's excuse is like, my car only has room for one. If someone pulled up to high school in a cloud, coolest kid in 11th grade, baby.
School. Are you kidding me?
Get out of here. Except when it rains. No one wants a ride from you.
Mm-mm. But, that poor Erasa, she's not pure of heart. There's no way.
Well, she would just have to hold on tight.
Oh.
That's not a problem for
wink,
her.
Wink, wink. Gohan's first high school experience. So on his way home, he's being tailed by Videl, who's like, well, this is weird. He lives 5 hours away, but he's walking home. Something ain't adding up. Gohan notices her following him and ducks behind a corner. And I'm 1,000% sure there is a Spider-Man panel where one of his classmates or somebody was tailing Peter Parker, and he appears in the next frame on top of a building, being like, phew, that was close.
This is 100%. This is so Spider-Man coded. I think in the very first run of Spider-Man with a Stan Lee and a Steve Ditko, I believe Peter had a white shirt and a sweater vest. But nonetheless,
I could check. I have the original 100.
What?
Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you don't know this?
I don't know this.
No, I have the.
Vince is going to his bookshelf. He's yelling out.
I have
Oh, the
Marvel Comics
Assange.
Essential Spider-Man,
And
and it's got all the originals, the original
Okay.
run.
look at this Peter Parker, average high school student. Look at it. Look at his dress. This fucking dweeb.
Spot on, bro.
I thought I remembered. Yeah, look at him. If you're watching the video, he's dressed like Gohan.
He's dressed just like Gohan, except for the glasses.
He even has a little, not a spit curl, but like a little strand in the middle.
Yup.
They're just doing a Spider-Man, which I love.
And Aaron, here's how much manga I read that I opened this to start backwards.
Hey, that happens. You gotta switch gears.
But yeah, that is so cool. Toriyama, God, he left us too soon. I didn't even
know.
get to hang out with him once.
No. You didn't get to smoke him out.
No, God, I would have loved this. Could you imagine?
Toriyama, are you fucking cool, man?
Hey, bro, I know your country goes hard on this, but you're in New York City, baby.
But that's it. Yeah. Gohan escapes the gaze of his classmate, flies back home, a beautiful setting sun in the background. And he's thinking back on his day, and he's just like, maybe I can get some new duds to do my crime fighting in. Better talk to Bulma. She might have some ideas.
So yeah, it was interesting. That's a more deliberate line read than mine, because Gohan leaves this scene going, well, I gotta find a way to hide my powers from my classmates. Maybe Bulma has an idea. Not that Gohan is deciding that I'm going to start fighting crime.
It's just he has the power to do so, and he should.
Hey, you know what Uncle Ben said.
I always skip that
Wu-Tang
part.
get the money, see? Peter!
Yes,
Peter!
Uncle. Oh, you're dying because of me, because I wouldn't stop that robber.
I'm grabbing the scruff of your collar, Peter.
My white shirt and vest.
Listen to me. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
And that's when I knew I had to charge people to be Spider-Man. Look, $50 for a selfie.
Hey, convention rules.
$200 for a voicemail.
Got it.
See, here's the thing. When they do another Uncle Ben story in Modern Spider-Man, And Uncle Ben's supposed to be an old man. He could be a Wu-Tang fan. He
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
Like that's, if it happened now, that is period accurate.
Yep. Is that crazy?
Yeah, time sucks.
Uncle Ben is like Uncle Ben is like all these kids they like Da Baby. What about Da Method Man?
They're out, I mean, they live in Queens.
Yeah, they're Wu-Tang fans. There's no way. There's no way.
Uncle Ben's from the slums of Shaolin.
Aunt May loves Ice Spice.
Aunt May, she keeps it young. She loves these new artists.
Peter, I'm shaking ass in a deli. Rah. Okay, as we get, of course, we get a new ending credits
Yes.
visual. It is Gohan walking along like a shoreline, like some kind of developed beach. Goes from walking to running with Goten and everybody, people passing by left and right in cars and whatnot. There's a motif of like some wings flying overhead, dropping feathers, and that's when Gohan starts to run. And by the end of this montage, we see that it's our boy Goku and Kinkai. They've both been given angel wings, and that is kind of like how they are leaving us, remembering that Goku is gone. He has passed away, and Gohan is always looking to the sky, looking to his father for guidance, maybe for comfort. And that closing theme, I think we get the same closing theme song. I didn't catch the title in the credits, but it is music by Takeshi Ike and lyrics by Toshihisa Arakawa. And it's lovely. It's truly it feels like, hey, we got a great opening for you. We got a great ending. This is your new guy. Settle in to the Gohan story for the rest of Dragon Ball Z.
So you do or do not get a song that just says Angel a bunch?
If it does, I turned on English subtitles. It does not translate the song, the ending credits. So it probably does say Angel a bunch, but I couldn't.
Because they do it in English. It's the Angel, Angel, Angel.
Perhaps I got a different song.
We'll report back next time. Keep an ear out for that. But that is, look, it's a long go because we got a whole bunch of new stuff. We got a new cast of crazy characters to goof around with.
But I'm wringing my hands because I'm so excited to be in the third act of Dragon Ball Z with you, my guy. It's so cool that we get to break off another 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, put that under our belt because we only got like 100 more.
A little less than 100 more. I was looking ahead. I'm just like, oh, the Boo saga is this long.
Isn't it though?
I just, if I remember correctly, I think we get into the new martial arts tournament pretty quickly. Yeah. But I'm like, can you give me like 20 episodes of Gohan hanging out? I don't know if that's what it comes out to, but I'm hoping. I'm like, at least that.
I think we definitely get double digits.
Come on.
We definitely get double digits. I hope we get the way that this starts, I hope we get at least 24 of Gohan doing his teen thing. Just like we got to do these CTA things, like reminding you that Tokyo Treat is a sponsor of the podcast. You can go to team.tokyotreat.com, promo code KAME at checkout to get $5 off your first Japanese snack subscription box. That's right. Limited edition Kit Kats and many, many more snacks that you can only get from Japan sent straight to your door. And look, you help them out, you help us out. Use promo code KAME at checkout. We get a little bounce back. Wink. And you're going to bounce from this podcast to another Moonshot Network podcast because that's where we are. You can find us on moonshotpods.com. Check out the Moonshot Network. If you like this show, you'll like all of the other Moonshot programmed shows. We also stream. You can catch us weekly on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party, as well as dipping in and out of the Moonshot Twitch network over there on Twitch. Anything else we got to plug?
I would just say that I know we got a few emails this week, but we'll get to them next time. Just because it's a new. Everything's different.
Everything's different, and I, like a jerk, have semi-hard out, but it's fine. So, yes, to that point, we will get to those emails on the next one. We appreciate them, and we will get to them. Scout's honor.
We will. But yeah, I think that's it. Let the people go about their day dreaming of a Gohan and a green gi and cool
That's right.
sunglasses.
Ooh, I'm closing my eyes. I'm seeing it now. Oh, it's going to be great. And whether you are... Oh, I got to be careful here, Aaron. I got to be real careful here. Ooh. Whether you're catching fly balls in high school or you're robbing rye balls from a bank nearby, you gotta keep fighting. I'm gonna be late for class.
He needs toast in his mouth.
My books. My wallet.
Don't forget your lunch.
I almost forgot my bento.